What is going on? What's good? How you doing? I hope you had a good day, good week, good month, good year, and I hope next year's a good one as well. I'm going to try to do two things in this video, and I'm going to try to keep it short. And for me, short is like less than 30 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this under 30 minutes. So um, I'm going to do a 2020 wrap up and then talk about what I'm doing, where I'm going, where I'm at right now. Um, give you a sneak peek, a spoiler alert. I'm deadheading home. Seems to be the story of my life. I'm always deadheading home. I gambled and I lost. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's do a 2020 wrap up. So there were a lot of people that I talked to on YouTube or that I watched their videos. There were a lot of people who became owner operators at USA Truck this year, and it was probably life changing for them. They they did really well this year. Um, Tony is one of them. I think he said that I forgot how much he said he was making before he became an owner operator at USA Truck, but I want to say it was something like $600 or $800 a week. It was not very much, and now that guy is crushing it. That guy is out here. I don't know what he's averaging per week, but he's doing better than me, a lot better than me, and he doesn't take anywhere near as much time off as I do. So that guy's making crazy money. Um, and there's several people like Tony that are leased on with USA Truck. Either they became owner operators for the first time, or they moved from somewhere else to USA Truck. And there's money to be made. I won't say it's easy. You have to bust your ass to make money over here, but you can make good money at USA Truck. And I'm really proud of all of the people that have you know bettered themselves, that have come over, and you know whatever part of their journey they're in, it's constant improvement to be happy, to be successful, to do whatever it is that makes you happy, whether that's to provide for your family or to have um, the control, the freedom of being an owner operator, uh, the control and freedom of running or owning your own business. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish out here, there are people that are working on that. They're just getting their CDLs, that are becoming company drivers, that have already leased on somewhere or gotten their own authority, whatever their path is. So many people did so well this year. 2020 was not a bad year for everybody. And I'm really happy at how many people have done so well this past year. And I love watching videos and hearing stories and reading the comments of all these people that um, are doing so well, that like this has changed their life. Uh, Trucking has given them, it's opened a lot of doors for them and given them a lot of opportunity. So that's been my story of 2020. Is I don't think I made a lot of money in 2020. Uh, Money is relative. Like, $10 to somebody might be a lot of money. $10 to somebody else might not be a lot of money. Um, but I don't think I made very much money in 2020, but I made a lot of progress and I was happy. I'm happy with what I accomplished in 2020. I got my CDL again. I got back into trucking. I, graduated training, graduated CDL school, got my CDL, got a solo truck, uh, got my own truck, became an owner operator, leased on. There's a lot of things that I accomplished in 2020. 2020 was a huge year for me. And I was just checking to see if that was that same jackass that was trying to keep me from passing. It's not. It's a different one. Because I was just wondering if he was going to get in front of me and slow down, because that's what these people will do. People that don't want you to pass them, they'll get around in front of you and they'll speed up to get in front of you. And then once they get back in front of you, they'll slow down. Don't you do it. He this idiot. Oh my God. That is way too close. This guy's driving that truck like he's in a fucking four-wheeler. Sorry for the language. Give me a minute. This guy's dangerously close to me right now. And he's got a U-Haul right on his, like, he's right on the ass of the U-Haul in front of me. And we're approaching an even slower vehicle. I think it might be Raider Express going 55 mile per hour that we're approaching. So I got like 3 vehicles in front of me that none of them have safe following distance. And I don't have safe following distance. So bear with me a moment. All right. Starting to get a little bit more comfortable, but that guy is right on the butt of that U-Haul. There he goes. There he goes. And I'm trying to read the back of that truck up there to see if it says Raider Express. It doesn't seem like that thing's going 55 miles an hour, and Raider Express is governed at 55. I would be catching up with it a lot faster if it was Raider. I think it's just a 65 mile per hour truck. It's Trans West. The U-Haul is probably going to wait till the last minute to whip over in front of me. He's slamming on his brakes. It looks like he's just going to stay in behind Trans West. Maybe he's going to take an exit up here pretty soon. Well, that's good. Now I'm going to be able to get away from that U-Haul. So anyway, oh, there's a big truck pulled over on the on-ramp. I don't know if they're pulled over or if they're just getting a ticket for parking on the on-ramp. He probably got pulled over. He's missing his front bumper. It looks like a sketchy truck. DOT, looks like DOT pulled him over because they're sketchy. But, yeah, 2020 was a good year for me. 2021, the only big plan I have for 2021 is to lease on to Landstar. And I hit my 1 year of experience in February. I don't know exactly when in February, if it's the day I started orientation or the day I started on the trainer truck. I started orientation on like February 10th. And it was like February 19th that I got on the trainer truck. So I'm going to hit up a recruiter with Landstar probably sometime in mid-January and, you know, tell them my situation and ask them like when I should apply. Do I need to wait until after I hit my 1 year, or can I apply before my 1 year and get pre-qualified? Because once you get pre-qualified, you're good to go for 90 days. The pre-qualify at Landstar, if I remember correctly, from what I've heard, you're good to go for 90 days. So I could apply early, get pre-qualified, because it takes like 30 days for them to qualify you. But I could get pre-qualified, and then the very instant that I get my 1 year of experience, they can get me into an orientation class instead of waiting until after I get the 1 year of experience and then have to wait a month for them to qualify me and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'll talk with a Landstar recruiter and ask them what I should do. But that's my only big plan for 2021. So now let's switch gears and go to what I'm doing, where am I going, that kind of thing. I just went through Albuquerque probably 30 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago. It hasn't been that long, maybe 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes ago, I went through Albuquerque. So I'm just east of Albuquerque on I-40. I'm deadheading to the house. What happened was I gambled and lost. I wanted to get over into the Los Angeles market for December. Um, I thought that there was going to be some really amazing loads coming out of LA because of the holiday shopping season, because LA is the best market for loads in the country. And I wanted to get a piece of that pie. So I was going to try to position myself to get a really nice load out of there. But it's a risk on USA Truck's load board because USA Truck is an East Coast company that they only operate east of I-35. Now, they do have brokers that will put loads up west of I-35, but it's really inconsistent. It's sporadic. It's really hard to run out west with USA Truck. You can do it, but it's I would have to make a whole video, and I don't want to make this video really long, but explaining what it's like running out west. It's just, um, but I took the risk of going out there knowing I'm well aware of what it's like on USA Truck's load board, but I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. I got out there, and there were no good loads posted in the LA market for over a month. A month. I sat waiting for a month, and there were like 2 or 3 mediocre loads, but no good loads. And the mediocre loads were whenever I first got there. And if I would have known that those were going to be the best loads that were going to be posted over the next month, then I would have grabbed one of those loads and gotten the hell out of there. But, I don't have a crystal ball where I can see the future. So I didn't know that freight was going to be that bad on USA Truck's load board in the LA market throughout December. So come on, man, this damn four-wheeler is just pimp walking down the left lane. They're moving. They got that car completely packed full of shit. And I got a big truck passing me. And they're jamming me in behind these vehicles. Bear with me. But I sat out there for a month. It was like 2 weeks of nothing much put on the load board. Like, to give you an idea, they were only posting maybe 2 or 3 total loads a week on the load board. And all the loads they were posting were pretty much crap. Some of them were just laughably cheap loads. And some of them were just like mediocre. And I didn't come all the way over there for a mediocre load. I was looking for a really good load. Shabad. Shabad passed me before. How in the hell did I get back in front of Shabad? And now they're passing me for a second time. Is this another Shabad truck? But yeah, there's the loads were just really bad. I'm not going to go into detail about all the loads because then this video is going to be a lot longer than I wanted it to be. Um, but I basically 2 weeks, and then there was the Christmas week. Now brokers they work banking hours. They're like Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and they take holidays off. So I fully expected that on the week of Christmas there would be little to no freight posted on USA Truck's load board. But I was like, you know what? there is a slim chance that a desperation load might be posted on the load board. And I've already been here for 2 weeks. So I'll just set it out throughout Christmas week and hang out. And then I'll wait one more week. The week after Christmas, I'll see if a load gets posted. And that's what I did. Nothing got posted Christmas week. And then the week after Christmas, it was just cheap crap on the load board. Oh my God, these damn four-wheelers. Hurry the hell up. These four-wheelers just get alongside you and slow down. Minnesota. People are out just joyriding or something. Why are you hitting the brakes, Minnesota? Speed the hell up. These idiots. Did you see that dumbass brake check me? Having to slam on my brakes going up a damn hill. So, I finally just, at some point you have to give up. I could just stay out there and just keep on waiting for a good load. Who knows? For all I know, a good load could have been posted like 2 minutes ago. And if I would have just stayed one more day, I would have gotten that $12,000 load that I was out there trying to get. But I could have also sat out there for 3 months and never gotten a good load. So at some point, you just have to cut. You have to cut bait. You have to just give up on it and move on. So that's what I did. I just gave up and just drove on. I'm just going to deadhead back to my house. Why am I deadheading home? Well, USA Truck's operating area is east of I-35. Oklahoma City is right on I-35. So I basically got to go as far east as Oklahoma City to get back into USA Truck's normal operating area. There are no loads that I can pick up between Tonopah, Arizona, and Oklahoma City. I have to drive, not even in Oklahoma City, I actually have to go all the way to Tulsa, or I could have gone south to Dallas and gotten a load out of Dallas. But if I'm going to have to drive all the way over there, I haven't been home in a month. I might as well go to my house and wait for a load there. So I basically got to go as far east as Oklahoma City to get back into USA Truck's normal operating area to find a load. And this just really kind of messed up my whole plan. I was initially planning on running hard October, November, December, the last quarter of the year. I spent a lot of money and busted my ass getting the truck in tip-top shape up before October, so that when October hit, I would just be out. I'd be able to go out and run hard for the last quarter of the year and make a lot of money. And freight has been so inconsistent on USA Truck's load board that I haven't been able to stay out and just run and run and run. I'm not willing to haul cheap loads. I will deadhead to my house rather than haul a cheap load. So, I mean, it's not like there aren't loads on the load board. I could have stayed out and kept running and kept running and kept running, but I would have been hauling cheap crap, and I'm not going to pay somebody to haul their shit around. So I thought in December, freight would eventually, at some point, it would pick up enough on USA Truck's load board that I would just be able to run and run and run. But it didn't. It's just been trash on USA Truck's load board. over in the LA area. I can't speak for the rest of the load board. I'm sure people did well over in USA Truck's normal operating area, but I made a gamble for the LA market and I lost my ass on it. So now that's put me into the position where I was hoping to make enough money October, November, December that I wouldn't have to drive January and February. Now I'm in a position where I'm going to have to drive January and February. I'm going to have to get out on the road and run during the worst time of the year to drive. It's the worst weather time, and it's the cheapest freight time, the least amount of freight. So that sucks. Um, but that's what I'm going to have to do now. But at this moment, I'm just going to get back to the house, lick my wounds, and get everything situated back in order, and then be ready to hit the road, get back out there and make some money. I need to stockpile some money between January and February for the transitional Landstar, and then once I get on with Landstar, I'm hoping that things are going to be a lot more consistent with Landstar. Landstar has a lot more freight on their load board. They have freight across the entire country. So it should be a huge step up from USA Truck. The rates on Landstar's load board are a lot more consistent. On USA Truck's load board, there are good loads, but they're few and far between. And the majority of the loads on USA Truck's load board are just really cheap crap. I have no idea how many total loads are on USA Truck's load board, but I would say at least 90% of the loads on their load board are just really cheap crap that I would never haul. I would deadhead before I would haul it. So only got a couple more months of this, and I need to make some money over those months. So I'm not broke or anything. I've still got plenty of money in the bank. I could set for a couple more months if I wanted to and not move a load, but I don't want to eat into my savings. And that's how you go out of business, is if you don't have savings and something happens, that's how people go out of business. So I don't treat my savings like, liquid cash that I can just spend. It's a cushion that's there to keep my business solvent. And I don't like getting below a certain point in my cushion. I need to keep that money there so that I can stay in business. So I need to get back out there and run and keep moving this truck and keep making some money. So what I think I'm going to do the last couple of months at USA Truck is I'm going to lower my standards a bit on loads, and I'm going to try to run and just keep the wheels moving and just keep money rolling in for the last couple of months, and just stockpile as much money as I can. I don't know. We'll have to see. Everything I'm going to be doing is dictated by what's on the load board, but we'll have to wait and see what's on there. We're at like 23 minutes. Let me wrap this up because I don't want the video to go much longer than it is. I talked with Percy. Percy's still procrastinating about getting into trucking. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. He just keeps making excuses. I don't know if it's something he actually wants to do or is planning on doing, or if he was just wanted to talk about it and act like he was going to do it. I don't know. This guy is going so slow in the left lane. You need to get your ass back over in the right lane. Shabbat. Oh my God, it's Shabbat again. This Shabbat guy is like, he's going like 75 miles an hour, but he's really heavy. He gets going really slow uphill. He will hang out behind trucks and not realize how much he's slowed down. He's a distracted driver. And he's in a really fast truck. Oh my God. Now the other truck whipped out into the left lane. So now I got two slow trucks in front of me in the left lane. But we've hit flat land and they've sped up. So they're going 75 right now. They must be really heavy to get going as slow as they were on that tiny hill that we just went over. And this jackass right here was speeding up, trying to keep people from passing him. And then he hit this four-wheeler right here that's hauling this car that's going really slow. And he had to slam on his brakes. Oh, are you kidding me, Shabad? I think Shabad's running with this other guy. I think those two, they both have, one of them is Raj and the other one is Shabad. And I think they might be running together. I hope they get up to speed and get away from me. They're killing my spacing. No, they are not running together. Shabad's getting the hell around Raj or Call or whatever it is. But yeah, I have no idea when or if Percy's ever going to get back into trucking. I talked with him a couple of times in the last month, and he just keeps making excuses. Yeah, I'll probably do it next week. I'll do it, this. It's always, a couple of days or a week later that he's going to do it. And he's been saying that for 6 months or 8 months or so. But I'm still really excited about the prospect of him getting back out here. I think it'd be cool to run with him again. I would like to see him be successful in trucking because he had a really long career. He drove for over 13 years, and he never made very good money in trucking. He was a company driver who basically drove for mega carriers his entire career. JB Hunt, Knight, Swift, Conway. I can't remember all of the companies he drove for. Interstate. I can't remember all of them. But it was mainly, the big name mega carriers. And he never made very good money. There's a USA Truck over there, owner operator, on the other side of the road. Got a flatbed merging on from this pullout. I got plenty of room over to my left. I'm going to go ahead and grab the left. I like to get out early so that the cars behind me can see what's going on in front of me and they can move out. All right, wrap it up. I got to get this done in under 30 minutes. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm just deadheaded to the house. I have a ridiculous amount of crap that I need to get done, and while I'm at the house, um, just all the normal stuff of washing clothes and bed materials and restocking the truck and cleaning the truck and all the rest of that crap. I might put my truck into the shop. There's some APU issues that I want to get looked at. I want to get my truck PM'd here in the near future. So I'm going to get the truck and the APU PM'd. And there's a couple of minor issues I want to get looked at the APU next time I get it PM'd. There are some things I need to order, some things that broke, or some things I'm running out of stock on that I need to replace in the truck or restock. My Coleman cooler, I think I'm going to have to get that thing replaced because I'm having some type of electrical issue where I have something that's draining a lot of power. And I think I finally found that it's the Coleman cooler. Like my batteries have been running at really low voltage, and they haven't been charging very. Oh, there he goes. He's hitting the damn shoulder again. Um, I unplugged the Coleman cooler, and my battery voltage stopped dropping. Like even with the truck running, or the APU running 24 hours a day, my battery was down around 12 volts. And it wasn't really charging well. So I think I found the culprit in the Coleman cooler. I haven't really done a lot of testing in it to verify, but after unplugging the Coleman cooler and just letting the truck run for like 30 minutes, when I turned the truck off and checked the voltage, it was setting at 13.3 volts and holding steady. Whereas before that, I let the truck run for like 2 hours. I turned it off and checked the voltage, and it was at 12.6, and it was dropping like crazy. It went 12.6, 12.5, 12.4, 12.3. Something was just drawing tremendous amounts of power. And after disconnecting the Coleman cooler, that issue seems to be resolved. Don't do it, DOT. DOT has some fairly aggressive drivers. I remember when I was driving dedicated when I was in training. We had a hell of a time with a DOT. Miguel was driving, and DOT would not let them pass. What ended up happening was on our route, we were driving from Dallas to Denver, and it's a lot of highway driving through towns and shit. Well, this jackass aggressive driver in the DOT truck um, sped through a small town where the speed limit dropped down to like 40 miles an hour. He flew through there at like 55, 60 miles an hour to pass us. And then once he got in front of us, he was governed like 1 or 2 miles an hour slower than us. And Miguel was just really frustrated that this jackass sped through the town and got in front of us, and now we're stuck behind him and can't get around him on these highways. And Miguel ended up doing the exact same thing. He sped through a town where the speed limit dropped down to like 40 miles an hour. He flew through there at like 65 miles an hour to pass the DOT truck. And the DOT tried to do the same thing to keep Miguel from passing. He was flying through there at like 65 miles an hour as well. The only reason Miguel was able to make it around him was because he was able to get slightly alongside of him and jam him in behind a slower vehicle, and he made it around him. And it was some really young kid driving that DOT truck real aggressively like that. And I've had a lot of issues with DOT drivers driving really aggressive. They're really aggressive to try and get in front of you, and they're really aggressive to try to keep you from passing them. The only other company that comes to mind that's really aggressive like that is Martin. Martin has some of the most aggressive drivers I've ever encountered on the road. But anyway, I'm digressing, and I'm going to start rambling here in a minute about just what the hell ever pops into my head. I could just sit and talk for like 8 hours, so let me try to shorten up this damn video. I might do, just an 8-hour driving video of me just monologuing for 8 hours. But that's not what I intended this video to be. Yeah, I'll get to the house, and I'll probably do a load board video once I get to the house. Once I find some loads, I'll probably do a load board and trip planning video once I find something to leave the house on. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and man, I wish for nothing but the best for everybody. And I hope that if 2020 wasn't the year that you hoped it would be, then I hope 2021 is. But thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.